to feel, walking slowly through the forest. Take my hand, let's make a deal. The world lies before us. Take my hand, let's wait some time. I don't mind. I'm doing like I used to do, walking on in these old shoes. Now we could be anywhere. We're lost but we're not scared. Though we could be anywhere, I don't care. I don't care. If you're ever all alone, I'd find my way back home. 'Cause you changed my life one day, walking through the woods to Sunday Lake. You changed my life one day, walking through the woods to Sunday Lake. I'm saying things I used to say. Let's put our heads together and turn around, it's getting late. The road goes on forever. Let's go back home and take a break. I can't wait. I can't wait. If you're ever all alone, I'd find my way back home. 'Cause you changed my life one day, walking through the woods to Sunday Lake. You changed my life one day, walking through the woods to Sunday Lake. And I want you to go where you wanna go, and I want you to see what you wanna see, and you wanna be all you can be, and that's alright with me. If that's alright with me. When I find my way back home, you'll be the first to know. 'Cause you changed my life one day, walking through the woods to Sunday Lake. You changed my life one day, running through the woods behind Sunday
Freshman Wilbur Kalen, 5'9" tall, wears number 1. He's a guard. Logan Sipple, 6'3" junior, wears number 2. He's a guard, averaged 10.9 last year. Jersey Brocker, 6'1" junior, wears number 3. He's a forward. Ryan Shanty, 6 foot senior, wears number 11. He's a guard. And rounding out the starting 5 is Crew Weissnick. For Shawano, 6'3" junior, wears number 32. He's a forward. For the Thunderbirds, 6'3" senior Danny Gaylor, wears number 1. Haken Berkland, 6'6" senior, wears number 4. Stephen Wolf, 5'10" junior, he wears number 10. Noah Bruckner, 5'10" junior, wears number 32. And Nate Areola, 6'1" senior, wears number 33. Berkland and Sipple getting set to jump. T-Birds will go right to left as we see it here on your radio dial as Berkland wins the tip. Gaylor tracks it down.
Yeah, we should have won the tip. 6'6" against 6'3".
And Wolf gets it right away off to the right, knocked out of bounds. So Stephen Wolf playing because Jalen Cobb, our starting guard, broke his foot last week. So he'll be out for quite a while. They do expect him to come back, though. So zone right off the bat for the Shawano Hawks, knocking the ball out of bounds a couple of times.
Yeah, similar to the girls. The girls 1-3-1. This is a 2-3. They're kind of out high. And again, that's going to give us some opportunities to get the ball inside. We get the ball to the elbow there.
Areola kicks it over to Bruckner. Bruckner bounces it over to Haken Berkland, scores, and he's fouled. Welcome to varsity basketball. Haken Berkland had limited playing time last year, but scores, and he's fouled.
Well executed play there. Again, the defense was out. What do? You go inside. We got the ball to the elbow, to the weak side. Berkland made a nice move to the basket, misses the free throw, gets the hoop and the harm, misses the free throw. Lakeland with the rebound.
Got it down low once again to Berkland, but he kicks it out of bounds this time. Nice job by the T-Birds getting that rebound. Bruckner and Areola doing a great job blocking out. But the turnover now gives it back to the Hawks for their first possession of the game.
You know, basketball's not that hard. It's 5 guys against 5 guys. You take what the defense gives you.
Logan Sipple gets it over to Crew Weissnick, who gets his shot altered. T-Birds get the rebound. Trying to get it down low for Berkland from Gaylor, and it gets knocked out of bounds. So Crew Weissnick, the big man in the middle, 6'3". He's a junior. Going to clog up a lot of space for the Shawano Hawks. On defense, getting it inside to Bruckner, and he scores. So Noah Bruckner gives the T-Birds a 4-zip lead.
Nice, well-designed inbounds play there. Bruckner looking initially for the 3. He cut inside for the nice, easy basket. Again, that's a definition of a well-coached team. You take what the defense is going to give you, and they're giving some holes up in the internal paint.
Sipple's got it at the top. Over to Verkalen. Takes a long 3. This one's short. Rebound is tracked down by Gaylor. Gives it up to Stephen Wolf. Finding Bruckner. Bruckner is called for the travel. So you're going to see some of these growing pains with this T-Bird squad. Again, graduating a ton of players off of last year's team, 11, including their top 6 scorers. So the offense is going to be a work in progress.
Definitely a work in progress. And usually the first game you're going to see a little bit of sloppy play offensively, especially in the first half. A lot of turnovers, a lot of missed passes, and that's something that gets cleaned up usually in the second half. And by the time you get to the third, fourth game, you're a well-oiled machine.
Coach Jarvincevic expects their defense certainly to be much quicker on the ball this season to start the season. T-Birds leading 4-zip. Shawano with the basketball, trying to get it down low to Weissnick. They do, and he's fouled. This one's going to go against Areola.
Talk about threading the needle. That was Weissnick was fronted, and there was a defender behind them. The ball got exactly the only place it could go. He caught it, turned, was fouled, going to the line now, shooting 2.
And he misses the first.
So far we have yet to see a made free throw. So this is a team, we talked to Coach Jarvincevic yesterday, not going to see a lot of zone. We're going to see a lot of man-to-man. They're going to press man-to-man at times. I don't know if we're going to see that here tonight, but they're going to be aggressive defensively. Motion offense as he misses the second free throw, rebound Lakeland. A lot of motion offense to give his players opportunities to score.
Verkalen comes away with the steal, so the Hawks get another offensive opportunity. 3 is no good by Shanty, knocked out of bounds. Last touched by the Hawks. T-Birds lead it 4-zip, 15-58 and counting here in the opening half.
Up 4-0, but despite that low sloppy play, 3 turnovers here in the first couple minutes for Lakeland.
The girls won 56-48. If you joined us late,
Travel.
Wolf's going to be called for the travel. So again, it's going to be a learning curve for Stefan Wolf. They call him Steph, but they love his game. They love his intensity. Just want him to rein it in a little bit.
Yeah, Wolf had the ball. He had a nice opportunity for a 3-on-2 break. I think it was so wide open for him that his eyes were a little bit bigger than his feet, and he forgot to dribble.
And watching him in practice and watching his effort, I am really looking forward to watching him grow throughout the season. Sipple hits a short little baseline jumper. First points for the Hawks come 2.5 minutes in. It's 4-2 Lakeland. Ball's knocked away. Hawk and Berkland, they were trying to get it to him. They get it to Sipple down low, fouled by Wolf, and he scores.
Yeah, that's a continuation NBA play there. Talked to Coach Jarvensky before the game and said, anything you're going to tell the team before the game, any traditions or any certain sayings you do? And he said, for them tonight, he said they're so amped up. He just wants to bring them down. He said all these guys have something to prove. Again, first night on the big stage on the varsity court.
And the free throw is no good. So we haven't seen a made free throw yet in this basketball game. 0 for 5 between the two teams. 0 for 4 between the two teams. Berkland gets it. It's knocked away from behind by Weissnick. And the T-Birds will inbound. Yeah, we've had nothing but Rich Fortier coach teams here for a long time. Ted Voigt for even longer before that, over 30 years he was here. And now we've got a new era with Jacob Jarvensvu. Stefan Wolf stops, pops, misses the shot, rebounded by the Hawks. Up ahead to Sipple. Sipple with it right baseline. Guarded one-on-one by Gaylor. Now he tries to get it down low. Instead he passes it off to Shanty. Shanty goes to the left, and now it's in the hands of Verkalen at the top. 15 minutes left to play opening half. T-Birds and Hawks tied at 4. Sipple's got it, drives down the lane, nice move, scores with the left hand. He's got 6, all 6 of the Hawks' points. They lead it by 2.
Yeah, Lakeland up 4-0 now. Shawano on a 6-0 run to take a 2-point lead here. Sloppy ball handling.
Wolf has it knocked away by Verkalen, and we get a timeout called by Jacob Jarvensvu. With that timeout, we'll step aside and take a break as well. This is a 30-second timeout. T-Birds trailing Shawano 6-4. You're listening to Lakeland T-Bird boys basketball on 95.9 The Island.
We all know about paying more for groceries, but did you know the price comparison between organic and regular groceries is the same, or sometimes less? At Wildberry Market, eat healthier with organic, all-natural foods, where the staff at Wildberry Market understands when it comes to health, food does matter. Stop in today for healthier living. While you're there, grab a quick lunch from the deli. Wildberry Market on Highway 70 West in Minocqua is a proud sponsor of Lakeland T-Birds Athletics. Go T-Birds!
95.9 The Island.
T-Birds trail by 2 with 14:34 left in the half. And Doc, they've had some trouble with the basketball.
Good timeout by Coach Jarvensky just to settle them down. We've had 4 shots on offense and 5 turnovers already. Having a little bit of trouble against this zone. A little bit of sloppy ball handling and passing here. So he just needs to settle them down a little bit. Do some ball faking. There's going to be some opportunities there, particularly in the open lane, because the way they're playing defense so far out.
T-Birds with the basketball. Wolf's got it right wing, called for the travel. Tried to split the defense of Verkalen and Sipple, and was called for the travel. So the T-Birds turn it over once again, trailing by 2. Little pressure applied in the backcourt. They get it into Sipple. T-Birds back off. Sipple one-on-one against Gaylor. Drives down the lane, kicks it in the left corner. 3 from Shanty is good. Ryan Shanty on the board for his first points. Averaged 1.7 last year, and the Hawks lead at 9-4.
Nice offensive set there. They did exactly what the T-Birds should be doing. Here's yet another turnover, almost turnover. It is a turnover.
And it goes back. They find Sipple waiting. Slam dunk. Logan Sipple with 2 hands authority, and Hawks lead at 11-4.
We're just a little sped up here in offense. We just got to slow down. There's another turnover. Almost. Near turnover.
Now we get a hold called as Ariola was grabbed from behind.
So one thing you don't want to do is leave your feet and not know where that ball is going because you have no place to go. So you got to make sure that you don't do a jump pass unless you have somebody wide open. So just, again, the game at this level sped up a little bit, and he'll get there. He just needs to slow down a little bit. I think Coach Jarvensky is going to take him out, take out Wolf for just a couple minutes, let him get his thoughts collected, but we need him back in there to run the point.
And another turnover. Shawano quickly down the other way and going for a dunk again with Sipple, this time unable to get it. Benny Gaylor's got it, who checks in, finding Areola down low. Areola down on the right baseline gets it to the big man, Haken Berkland, who lays it in underneath the basket. T-Birds break the 11-0 run. It's 11-6.
And that's exactly the offense you need. I mean, it's a very good offense. You find the open man, easy entry pass into the block, nice turn and shoot there. It doesn't get any easier than that.
Warner Byer checked in during that last timeout, the 5'6" junior for the Hawks. And also checking in was Isaac Willander, 6' senior. With the ball is Logan Sipple. Logan going to drive down to the right baseline. Too strong. Rebounded by Berkland. In for the T-Birds again was Benny Gaylor, along with Evan Zock during that last timeout. Gaylor gets it down to Areola, who hits a short little shot in the paint. The T-Birds have scored 4 straight to cut the deficit to 3.
Yeah, Areola got the ball. Nice entry pass. He had 3 guys converge on him, but nobody wanted to go for the ball. Everyone just sat back, and he said, hey, I'm going to take a shot.
Weissneck with it, left wing, fires off a 3. It's in and out, no good. Gaylor with the rebound. That's Danny Gaylor. Danny and Benny in the game. Areola, right side now for Benny. Benny back to Areola. Bounces it down to the big man, Haken Berkland. Can't get the wraparound to go. Rebounded by Sipple. 11-8, Shawano with the ball in the lead.
Now, he made a much more difficult shot than need be. He's a big boy. He's just got to go up, square up, and go right to the basket.
Warner Byer into the game for the Hawks. He's a 5'6" junior. So not a lot of size in the game right now for the Hawks. And the big man for them right now is Weissnick at 6'3", but driving and scoring is Sipple once again. He is definitely going to be their scorer this year, 13-8 Hawks.
Yeah, outside of Sipple, they return about 5 points on the offensive end. There's another turnover by Lakeland.
Sipple comes away with the steal, up ahead to Byer, who lays it in. Warner Byer has his first points of the night. It's 15-8, Shawano with 11:22 to play. We're in the opening half. Benny Gaylor gets it to Areola, finding Danny. Left wing 3, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Sipple. Logan Sipple was their lone leading scorer in double digits last year. He had 10.9 a game, and he's already got 10 in this first half. Byer into the left corner. Long 3 is in and out, no good by Willander. Rebounded by the T-Birds. Benny Gaylor into the front court. Matt Thompson and Doc McGill here with you for this second game of our doubleheader as we get a timeout called. I thought it was going to be a foul. No, it is going to be a foul. I beg your pardon, as Warner Byer is called for the foul for the Hawks. And checking out of the game for the Thunderbirds is Evan Zock. And back into the game was Noah Bruckner. So on the court right now for the Thunderbirds is Danny Gaylor, Benny Gaylor, Noah Bruckner, Areola, and also Haken Berkland, who's got the basketball right now at the free throw line. Out to Gaylor, gets it to Benny Gaylor at the top. 2-3 zone for the Hawks. Areola tried a quick pass over to Berkland. He's going to drive right down the lane. He's fouled. Yeah, the coach, David Ambrosius, for the Shawano Hawks was telling his guys, just put your hands up. What you were talking about in that first game, Doc. Berkland's going to the line. And that foul, by the way, was on Ryan Shanty, his second, as Berkland hits the first.
But he's efficient. I mean, no dribbling, no extra movement. He just gets the ball and shoots it. If it goes in, I guess it works.
More substitutions for the Hawks.
I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities for some high-lows there. You know, when you bring Berkland over on the strong side, if he drops from the elbow down to the block, there's going to be some opportunities for some entry pass the way Shawano's playing defense as he makes the nice second free throw. He's got a nice-looking shot.
Sure does. 15-10, Shawano leads it. 10:26 and counting here in the opening half. We get a baseline out of bounds violation against the Hawks. Checking in for the T-Birds now for the first time this season is Owen Clark. And he's an intriguing player, Doc. Obviously, he's a cross-country runner and dominated the Great Northern Conference, went to state as well, and now he is on the basketball court.
Yeah, I think he finished 6th in the state in Division II and conference champion for the GNC. And usually you don't see the cross-country runners to be tall and lanky like that.
Danny Gaylor drills a three. And the T-Birds are within 2.
You know, we had 8 turnovers early on. We've kind of settled down the last couple offensive sets, and just like that, we're back in the ball game, 15-13.
Gaylor is called for the foul. Danny Gaylor. Got to make sure I mention the first name with both Danny and Benny Gaylor on the court. Yeah, Owen Clark's an intriguing player because, you know, first of all, he's got some nice size as well at 6'6", so the T-Birds have a little depth alongside Hawk and Berkland, but a kid who hasn't played basketball, you know, up until this year, at least on the, you know, T-Bird level, it's great to see him out there and giving it a shot.
Yeah, I think he was in the program early. I don't think he played last year, now back in the program, and he's definitely going to give him a boost with his size. And I was watching him shoot a little bit yesterday. He's got a nice shot. Again, great cross-country runner. Usually these cross-country runner guys are built to be about like 5'9", 5'10", little skinny guys. You don't see 6'6" guys, you know, running that fast for distances. So.
And we get a steal from Bruckner, driving all the way down. Left-handed lay-in is good. Noah Bruckner gets the basket to go, and David Ambrosius calls a timeout for the Hawks. With that timeout, we will step aside as well for 30 seconds. Lakeland and Shawano tied at 15 with 9:19 to play in the opening half. You're listening to Lakeland T-Bird Boys Basketball on 95.9 The Island.
Attention Thunderbird fans. At Bad Bones Barbecue, we aren't just about serving quality smoked meats. We are very proud supporters of our local community, and that includes the incredible athletes at Lakeland Union High School. We proudly employ several of these amazing kids who bring their passion, dedication, and teamwork from the field and court straight into our kitchen. So whether you're a player, a proud parent, or a passionate fan, join us at Bad Bones Barbecue to cheer on the Thunderbirds and celebrate the power of community. Together, we can make a difference.
95.9 The Island.
We'd like to thank Nicolay National Bank for sponsoring our broadcast. Real people having real conversations towards success. Nicolay National Bank. T-Birds and Hawks tied at 15 with 9:19 to play in this first half. Boys-girls doubleheader. The girls won by 8 over Shawano prior to this one. They actually trailed by 2 at the half. Outscored them by 10 in the second half to get the win. So the T-Bird girls now 2-1. Verkalen with the basketball gets it down into the left corner for Jersey Brucker. Verkalen gets it back for 3, too strong, rebounded by Areola. Shawano's got a couple of cool kids' names. Jersey Brucker. Love that. I really do. Jersey Brucker. That's a cool name. Long 3 from Danny Gaylor is no good. And they've also got Crew Weissnicht. Crew. So they've got Jersey and Crew on the Shawano Hawks. Shawano's got the basketball. This is Verkalen for 3 from the left corner. No good. Gaylor with the rebound. Danny gives it off to Benny. Benny's got it. Areola out to Danny Gaylor for 3.
Nice.
Good. Danny Gaylor with 2 threes in the opening half. And Lakeland's got an 18-15 lead. First lead since it was 4-0.
Yeah, I was going to say first lead since 4-0. But that freshman, he must have a green light for Shawano. Every time he gets the ball, if he's got an open 3, he's got the green light to take it.
Yeah, Verkalen's a good-looking player, and so is Sipple, who just scored on that basket. He has 12 points already, Logan Sipple. And the T-Birds lead by 1. Danny Gaylor driving past Sipple. Double team, gets it out to Areola, turns around in the paint, tried to get it over to Owen Clark, goes off his foot and out of bounds.
9th turnover here in the first half for Lakeland.
Couple of substitutions for the T-Birds as Clark and Benny Gaylor check out. Back into the game is Haken Berkland along with Steph Wolf.
So we're doing double duty on the boys-girls doubleheader. The referees doing double duty here.
That they are, and that
Calling
doesn't
both
happen too
games.
often, but yeah, with referee shortages going on, these guys are pulling some double duty. Sipple's got it in the paint, 1-on-3, stops,
Yeah.
pops, and hits. He's
Just
got 14.
Too easy. They got to stop him.
14 of the 19 Shawano points scored by Logan Sipple, the junior. He's going to be a handful for the teams in the Bay Conference this year. Danny Gaylor to Areola. Areola in the paint, kicks it back out to Danny. Left wing three.
Nice.
Good, boy. You know, we did not see a lot of Danny Gaylor last year because of the senior-dominated Lakeland team, but he's got a nice-looking shot, and you can see why Jacob Jarvincevic likes his game.
Yeah, and he feels that he's going to be one of the leading scorers for him this season and really needs to step up to that role.
Sipple stops, pops, and hips from the right baseline.
It's a Sipple show.
16 of the 21 Shawano points scored by Logan Sipple. There's Danny Gaylor. Oh, thought he could just drive and score, but he tried to get it off to Haken Berkland, and it goes off a Shawano Hawk.
Yeah, good idea. Ran out of a little bit of real estate there inside the lane. That defense compressed fairly quickly there. If he would have just maybe made that pass a second earlier, might have been successful, but we'll get set up for a second, for another out-of-bounds play here.
So it looks like they have to check out Danny Gaylor, so it might be possible blood on the uniform or a bloody nose, and so he's going to go over and talk to our athletic trainer, Zach Furtek. So checking into the game for the T-Birds was Evan Zock. Evan gets it out to Steph Wolf. Wolf drives into the paint, passes it over to Haken Berkland, right baseline, finding Bruckner. Bruckner back out high for Zock. Thought about the shot, gives it off to Areola. In the paint, stops, pops, hits. Nate Areola has 4 points, and the T-Birds lead at 23-21.
That's the second time Ariola's got the ball in the paint with three guys, and nobody really wants to guard him. I mean, if he's going to get the ball 8 feet from the basket, no one's going to guard him. Hey, why not put it up?
Outside of Steph Wolf, by the way, Sipple gets another basket to go. He has 18 points already. Outside of Steph Wolf, this is a football-dominated lineup. The other 4 players on the team all played for the Lakeland football team this year, so they're certainly used to the physical action. Getting it out to Steph Wolf, one-on-one against Verkalen. Drives past him, thought about the shot, gets it over, and we get a travel called.
10 turnover the first half here. So when you're like 99 years old in the nursing home, are you going to be like calling football games or basketball
I hope so.
games? What's going to be more?
I'm going to be the Bob Euchre of Lakeland Union High School sports.
They'll be like, oh, he's doing a basketball game.
That's right. By that time, it'll be all virtual anyway, so I can literally do it from my nursing home bed. It'll just sound a little bit more like this. Verkalen with the basketball over to Sybil. And you know what? That's okay. As long as the fans understand me, I'll still do it. Verkalen with it at the top. Off to the left for Warner Byer, the 5'6" junior. Byer's got Wolf behind him, over to Sipple. Boy, really impressed with Logan Sipple's game. As he drives off the glass, this time too strong. And it was rebounded by Areola, but he had his foot on the baseline. So the ball still in the hands of the Shawano Hawks. Zock checks out.
That's not what I meant about you being a nurse home at 90. But hey, we'll go with it. If you're going to be working at 99 doing virtual games,
I'll do it.
We'll take it.
Logan Sipple with another beautiful feed. He's got 20 in the first half, Doc.
That's just too easy.
25-23. Shawano retakes the lead.
And every one of his shots has been within about 5 feet from the basket.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's got a sweet move to the basket as well. Stolen away by the Hawks, driving all the way down the other way. No good as Brocker. Jersey Brocker misses the shot. T-Birds with the rebound. Steph Wolf double teamed. And it's stolen away once again. Here's Sipple, two-handed jam. Logan Sipple with his second stuff in the first half. It's a 4-point Shawano lead, and now the Hawks called for a foul. Warner Byer is going to be called for his second personal foul.
Again, if we're getting trapped there, we're getting kind of trapped in no man's land across the half-court line in the corner. That's not where you want to be, and certainly you don't want to be trying to do a jump pass against bigger players. That's always a recipe for disaster. So keep the ball in the middle of the court. Make sure you're passing against the zone and just take your time and settle down.
Jacob Jarvincevu calls timeout for the T-Birds. We're going to step aside for 1 minute. Lakeland trails by 4 against Shawano with 4:52 to play opening half. You're listening to Lakeland Boys Basketball on 95.9 The Island.
Triggs to Go, where shopping convenience meets your busy lifestyle. Visit Triggs to Go online and say hello to stress-free shopping. Triggs to Go, because you deserve more time for you. Oh, and did we mention it's totally free? That's right. 0 extra charges for the luxury of convenience. Triggs personal shoppers pick the best, fresh and quality items. Just order from TriggsToGo.com. Pick your store, pick your pickup time, and pick up your groceries at your local Triggs. So why wait? Experience shopping like never before with Triggs to Go. Triggs Grocery. Fresh, convenient, and just a click away.
Hey, I'm Dan Lundquist.
And I'm Neil Borden.
Together, we're the Northwoods Nerds, servicing the Lakeland area with fast, reliable in-home computer support and repairs.
No matter how big the job is, we never lose track of our humble beginnings. Our T-Bird roots run deep.
From interns to full-time IT staff, our computer support careers began right here at LUHS.
We're experienced, local, and proud T-Birds alumni. So next time you got a tech problem, remember that you just might need a nerd.
Go T-Birds!
95.9 The Island.
Lakeland inbounding to pressure, and the Hawks back off. They've got a ton of turnovers so far, Doc, but only down by 4. And now they turn it over once again.
Yet another turn. Well, the analytics will tell you with 13 turnovers, you should be down more than 4 points, but Lakeland only down 27-23. I was looking online yesterday at an article, and there was analytics that looked at the Wisconsin-Virginia matchup as we got to travel going back the other way to Lakeland. And the analytics said that Wisconsin had no chance in winning, yet they won 65-41. And I guess, again, it goes back to Kenny Maine's age-old saying, that's why we don't play the game on paper.
That's right.
It's played by little people inside the TV. And he does have a podcast. I'm waiting for him to send us a cease and desist order.
Oh, boy. We just need to get him on the
It would be great if we could, if anybody knows Kenny Maine, or maybe Kenny Maine's maybe he's a big fan of you. Maybe he's listening out there. And
foul called against Crew Weissnecht, but his first.
But that'd be great to get him. Maybe we'll get Dan Patrick too. Get the whole team back together again.
That's right. We get a substitution as Willander checks in, replacing Jersey Brocker. T-Birds with the basketball, trailing by 4. Ariola's got it. Right baseline for Danny Gaylor. Shot is short. This one's rebounded by Willander, who just checked in.
Of course, if you believe analytics, the Bears, with about 2 minutes to go in the game, had a 98% chance of winning the game.
Kirkalen with his first bucket on a sweet little jumper from the right baseline. Yeah, they should have won that game. Up by what?
They were up by, Detroit scored 15 points in
4 minutes, right?
4 minutes,
Something like
exactly.
that, yeah. Long shot is no good from Bruckner, but rebounded by Birkeland, who puts it up and in. Birkeland with a nice first half. He's got 8 points. 8 points.
So again, the analytics in that scenario gave the Bears like a 98.5% chance of winning. There's a carry going back the other way, and stranger things have happened, but that's the first time in NFL history where a team has had 40 minutes of possession and has had -3 turnovers and found a way to lose the game. But we won't talk about that.
Don't worry, the Packers play the Lions on Thursday, and they got beat up the last time they played them. Played a little better in the second half, but they really got beat up. T-Birds with the ball, trailing by 4. Getting it down low is Ariola, up and in, and he's fouled by Willander.
Second offensive rebound back-to-back, and that's what keeps you in ball games.
So Ariola, the 6'1" senior, strong inside. The foul this time, as we mentioned, to Willander, that's his first. And that's the 7th team foul as well against the Hawks. So the T-Birds in the bonus for the last 3 minutes.
Now, you mentioned Packers playing on Thanksgiving. I know you're not a hunter. Any traditions at the Thompson household?
Just family dinner and watching a lot of football. Enjoy it a lot. Ariola with the free throw. It's good. Yeah, we just enjoy getting together as a family, And my brother-in-law is going to smoke a turkey. How about that?
So he's coming over with the turkey, or is he going to smoke it at your house?
He's going to smoke it at home and bring it on over. Hawks' body's hitting the floor all over. No good on the shot. Benny Gaylor brings it in the front court. Tried to get it over to Haken Berkland, who Haken Berkland and Areola were in the same place, about a foot from each other, and it was knocked out of bounds by the Hawks. I'm not quite sure who that one was intended for.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on in that play. We got away with a carry. It looked like the ball was tipped out of bounds, but then they called a foul. We're going to the free throw line
so
shooting
that one was against
1-1.
Yeah.
So we'll take it.
Verkalen called for his first. And so here's Areola with his first free throw, and it's no good. But Danny Gaylor with the rebound, back up and in.
Another offensive rebound. I mean, again, if you're Shawano, that's something that shouldn't happen on a soft rebound. The offensive team should not get that rebound. You got to put a body on. You got to use your body and box out, but we'll take it.
Gaylor with 11, and that was his first non-3 field goal. He's got 3 threes to go along with that field goal. T-Birds lead by 1 with 2:20 to play. We're in the opening half. Logan Sipple, who has 22 points in the opening half. Travel now by Jersey Brocker.
So what time is dinner?
We're going to wait until after the Packer game, so we're looking at about 3 o'clock.
So Packers at what time?
Packers play at 11:30. Yep, 11:30. I've gone to a Packer game in Detroit on Thanksgiving Day in the old Pontiac Silverdome when the Packers wore the throwbacks and won in a thrilling game. That was a lot of fun to go check out a game there on Thanksgiving Day. As big miss by Haken Berkland in the paint.
Nice entry pass though by Gaylor to get the ball in.
I want to say the Packers won maybe 29-27, something like that. It's hard to remember all those games, but a pass was to Verkalen. I didn't think he intended it to come to him. And now the T-Birds turn it over. So Verkalen can't get the shot to go. The T-Birds get the rebound and they throw it away. So Lakeland gives it up once again to the Hawks.
All right, so who said this? As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
Oh, gosh. I would say, I was thinking Les Nessman.
Exactly.
Okay.
WKRP. Did you know that was actually based on a real radio promo? It happened in Dallas.
Goodness.
It was
really?
It was K-Box Radio. They threw turkeys out of a moving van, and the turkeys they either got concussed or the ones that weren't concussed went wild and then attacked the crowd. So it was a promo that did not go very well.
Oh, I would say not. Wow. Hawks with the basketball, trailing by 128 and counting. Weissnick gives it off to Sipple. Sipple stops and pops just inside the free throw line. Too strong. Rebounded by Danny Gaylor. T-Birds with a chance to extend this 1-point lead. Gaylor's going to drive. Spin move. Kicks it back out to Bruckner, who drives in the paint. Shot is up. In and out. Weissnick with the rebound. Verkalen's got it with 109 left for the Hawks. T-Birds with a nice offensive possession there. Just couldn't get the basket to go. Verkalen drives down to the left baseline. Turns his back. Gives it up to Sipple. Sipple out to Weissnick. Guarded by Berkland. T-Birds had it poked away for a second there. And it's in the hands right now of Sipple, left wing. 46 seconds and counting. T-Birds with a 1-point lead. That is until Sipple just hit that shot. He's got 24. Little jumper from the free throw line, and the Hawks are up 1. 35 seconds to go. Will the T-Birds hold for one shot? 31 seconds and counting. Danny Gaylor backs out, goes between the legs, off to his left for Benny. Benny has it poked away from Will Verkalen, who drives all the way down and scores. A lot of turnovers for this Thunderbird squad here in the opening half, who now trail by 3.
15 in the first half.
And yet, still within 3. Oh, Benny Gaylor falls as Areola was trying to get it to him. Foul going to be called. It looks like Verkalen might be the offender on this one. And it is. That's his second on the freshman. 9.9 seconds left, and Benny Gaylor will be shooting. 1-1 still. 9 team fouls against the Hawks. Danny Gaylor checks out as Evan Zock checks back in. So this is Benny's first free throw attempt of the year, and it's no good. But Areola tracks down the loose ball, gets it to the top. 6 seconds left. Evan Zock, left baseline. Haken Berkland underneath to Areola. 2 seconds left. Puts up a shot. He's fouled. The shot was no good, but Areola was fouled. There's no time on the clock, but the foul happened with about 1 second left. Now let's see who they pin this foul on. It's Crew Weissnicht. And it's an untimed foul, Doc. I thought that it happened with about a second or so left. But an untimed foul.
Yeah, I let the clock run out there. I thought it's probably about a half a second left. And this is tough to do, like shooting a technical when nobody's there. I mean, you're shooting and nobody's around you. So this is like,
yes,
you're all by yourself, but you got a couple hundred people watching you.
That's right. Got to block it out, and he misses both. So Areola is 1 of 4 from the charity stripe, and that's the way the first half comes to an end. The T-Birds trailing Shawano by 3, 33-30. Similar scores to the girls' game as well. The girls trailed by 2 to Shawano at the half, but the girls came back and outscored the Hawks by 10 in the second half. Let's see if Lakeland can do the same. As it stands right now, the Lakeland Thunderbirds trail Shawano 33-30 in boys hoops at the half in this non-conference game. For our viewers on the Lakeland Union High School media stream, thanks to those students, by the way, helping us out with that, Jordan Diver and Dominic Wilde, along with the man himself, Mr. Ethan Yaki. Those of you watching on the video, we're going to step aside for some video opportunities for the school. Those of you listening on the radio and online at WMQA.com, we'll be back with some scores and some stats recap from the first half. You're listening to Lakeland T-Bird Boys Basketball on 95.9 The Island.
Hi, this is Jill Yelton of Bulger Cremation and Funeral Services. As a family-owned business serving the Lakeland area, Bulger Funeral Home has always been a strong advocate.
Does anybody have any ideas for the homecoming video? Anyone? 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 Anyone at all?
A high number Second half is underway, and a long three is good from Ryan Shanty. His second three of the night extends the Hawks' lead to 6. Just underway here in the second half. Matt Thompson and Dr. Mike McGill high above Ted Voigt Court at Lakeland Union High School. We've got Tony Rio, our engineer at the station, and our students on the Lakeland Union High School media production side, giving you the game here tonight as Haken Berkland drives and scores, and he is fouled. 10 points for the senior Berkland. And that foul is going to go against Crew Weissnecht, his third.
And that was a nice drive. He got a nice entry pass, and I don't want to see him shy away and kind of make that shot a lot harder. Just want him to use his body, go to the basket, initiate the contact. He was going to get the foul, but make yourself an easier basket.
The shot was short. Areola got the rebound, but the T-Birds turn it over, and so the Hawks with it now up by 4. Getting it over to Logan Sipple, who had 24 points in the opening half. Had a scoring change, by the way. Areola with 9 points in the first half. Bruckner with 2. I incorrectly credited Bruckner with a basket as we have a foul called on the floor. This one's going to go against the Thunderbirds' Haken Berkland, his first. Haken Berkland played linebacker for the Lakeland Thunderbird football team. Noah Bruckner was one of the top rushers in the league for the Lakeland Thunderbirds as well. Fresh off the football season, get about a month off, and we've got basketball here tonight. The free throw is no good. Ryan Shanty has 6 points so far, but 0 of 1 from the charity stripe.
Looks like we got to work on free throws for both teams. A combined 2 for 11 here to start in this first game of the season.
Parker Beyer checked in for the Hawks, replacing Weissnecht. And the second free throw is good from Shanty. So 1 of 2 from that line. And the Hawks with a 5-point lead, 16:50 left to play here in the second half of this doubleheader. The girls won, and now Bruckner throws the basketball away. Brocker gets the steal over to Sipple, and a foul's going to be called. Is that against Steph Wolf? It is. That's his second. Team second as well. Minute and a half in, we've had 3 fouls called in this second half. Verkaelen's got it, tried to get it down low to Sipple. He does hit him, blocked by Berkland, but a foul is called. Berkland thought he got all ball on that one. Sipple's going to the line.
He had nice position, just need to be straight up. He kind of reached into him, got him on the hand, and you're going to get called for that. He's just got to learn to just keep that position. He's such a big body in there. He's going to be a force. Don't want him falling out, though. That's Sipple only his second.
Sipple makes the first.
Now they're making their free throws. He must have said something to him at halftime.
2 of 3. Here's the second, and that one's good.
Nothing but net. Just like your horse play.
That's right. Dominant in horse when I play against myself.
Now, were you like a Nerf guy in college? Did you dominate the Nerf circuit?
I enjoyed, yeah. That was always good to dominate that way. Hawks are up by 7. Bruckner drives off the glass. It's too short, and it's rebounded by the Hawks. Shanty into the front court. 2 on 3. Got it down low quickly, but stepping on the baseline going after that basketball was Beyer. Substitutions for the T-Birds.
I don't think the kids these days play Nerf anymore.
I don't think so.
It's all electronic stuff. Not like it was in the day.
That's right. Benny Gaylor and Evan Zock check in for the Thunderbirds, replacing Bruckner and Steph Wolf. So T-Birds trailing 39-32. This was a 3-point Hawk lead at the half, so they've extended by 3. 4, that is, with a 7-point lead. Danny Gaylor into the front court. Ball's poked away, but a foul is going to be called against Parker Beyer on the reach-in.
A lot of fouls here. 5th foul called here in the first 2 minutes of the game, and a little sloppy on both ends here. A lot of handsy play as opposed to using their feet. It's always important to see how a team comes out. The Lakeland down by 3 at halftime. That leads extended to 7. It's all, that first 2 minutes of the second half, very critical on how that game's going to go.
And now another steal. Sipple's got this one. Is this his third dunk? He went for it. Did not get it. Ball goes out of bounds. Logan Sipple had an opportunity at his third dunk, did not get it. T-Birds get the basketball back. Sometimes the showtime sounds great, but doesn't work.
Yeah, 6'3" there.
He had 2 thunderous dunks in the first half, and now the ball's stolen away once again. Berkland's going to be called for his third. Great defensive pressure by the Hawks, anticipating passes, getting their fingertips on them, altering that ball, and just going after it when they do.
Both teams are coming out a little bit sloppy here in the second half. Again, not unexpected for the first game of the varsity campaign.
So 3 personal fouls on Berkland. He sits down. Owen Clark checks back in for the Thunderbirds, who trail it now 39-32. 15:38 to play in this basketball game from Minocqua, Lakeland Union High School. Sipple gets it over to his teammate Byer. Stop shot, no good. This one's rebounded by Benny Gaylor. Brings it into the front court, behind the back dribble, stolen away by Berkalen. Berkalen one-on-one against Areola, and he scores. Berkalen with 6, extends the lead to 9. And now it's poked away by Berkalen once again. Unfortunately, Brocker can't save it. Boy, really impressed with Will Berkalen, the 5'9" freshman.
He's quick. He's all over the court. Again, we're making him look better than he is with our sloppy passes.
I do love his defensive effort, absolutely. Gaylor gets it, drives, misses the lay-in. Nice play set up by the T-Birds, just couldn't get the finish. Hawks with it, up by 9.
Well, if our friends from Newswatch 12 are watching, our sorrow to Dan Hagan, we did not save the clock tower tonight.
We did not.
I know he's been watching. I know he's probably
my
been
goodness.
at home listening, right?
I have got to watch the time so I can make sure I get those in.
I think last year he texted into you that he didn't save the clock tower.
Oh, another steal. This one by Sipple. Is he going to go for the dunk? This time it's poked away from behind, and it's rebounded by Byer, who scores his first points of the night. 11-point Shawano lead, and head coach Jacob Jarvincevu wants a timeout. With that timeout, we'll step aside as well. T-Birds trailing Shawano 43-32 with 14:23 to play in this game. We'll step aside for 1 minute. You're listening to Lakeland Boys Basketball on 95.9 The Island.
Our Lakeland T-Bird team works hard to win on game day. Nicolay Bank works hard to manage your money every day. Score big and get paid with better checking. Earn up to 3.00% annual percentage yield with Real Rewards checking. If you don't earn money with your current checking account, it's time to switch. See terms and apply at nicolaybank.com or talk to your local Rhinelander and Minocqua teams today. Nicolay Bank, real people, real conversations. Member FDIC. Go T-Birds.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale and receive $300, $600, or even $1,000 of savings on all hard surface flooring products such as tile, hardwood, vinyl plank, or receive free carpet installation. That's right, savings on all hard surfaces up to $1,000 or free carpet installation. See why contractors and designers only choose Carpet City Flooring Center for their flooring needs at the biggest sale. Visit Carpet City, Eagle River, Minocqua, and Rhinelander.
Carpet City, our prices will floor you.
95.9 The Island.
T-Birds have been outscored in the second half 10-2, and Doc, they are really struggling to hang on to the ball.
That's really a key for them tonight. They have 19 turnovers here in the first and second half combined. They only have 26 shots on the basket, and that's an analytic. We talked about this before. That's hard to overcome when you're turning the ball over as much as you're shooting the basket. There's another turnover by the T-Birds.
Yep, they just turned it over once again in the paint, and Verkalen gets it into the left corner for Byer, fires a 3, and it goes over the backboard. So the T-Birds will get it back. Well, checking in for the first time tonight is going to be Gavin Reynolds, 5'8" senior for the Thunderbirds, wears number 12. He's a guard. And also back into the game is Bruckner, replacing Zock. Also taking a seat was Benny Gaylor.
You know, it's kind of funny on the break there. We were commenting on our first game, trying to get back to the flow. So far, we've done a pretty good game, but we missed the station ID on the 6 o'clock, the 7 o'clock, and the 8 o'clock,
and the 8 o'clock
time check. So it's our first game, too. Got to work out the rust.
That's right. Danny Gaylor misses a 3. Back the other way come the Hawks. Down to Sipple in the left corner. He's got Bruckner on him. Drives down the left baseline. He just hands it off on a beautiful pass to Jersey Brocker, who scores his first points of the game. It's a 13-point Hawk lead.
Yeah, we're struggling offensively turning the ball over, and Shawano's just making it too easy. They're just handing the ball underneath. There's another turnover, breakaway. Play up going the other way.
Gavin Reynolds stripped by Verkalen. T-Birds are really struggling at the point guard position, hanging on to the basketball tonight.
And now we're in a situation where Shawano is pressing, and we just cannot dribble against the press, and we just have another turnover over and back. So the key thing against the press is you don't dribble against the press. You got to pass against the press. You got to keep the ball in the middle, and we are struggling. So that is going to be something that's going to show up on tape, and you're going to see a press against teams this season in the GNC unless we figure out a way to stop it. So, again, some early things that this T-Bird team's going to need to work on that were exposed here in the first game.
Jacob Jarvincevu not fond of that over and back call. It was really close. Gaylor was right on that line, but the official was right there. And now Verkalen throws it away, so the T-Birds get it back. It's 47-32 Shawano. They have outscored the Thunderbirds here in the second half, 14-2.
Yeah, big lead now, 47-32, as he said. And you go from that 3-point deficit, which is approachable. Now this game is starting to get a little out of control for the T-Birds. They got to start trying to get this down to double digits or single digits within 10 minutes.
And now we get a foul called as the T-Birds were able to break the press. Gavin Reynolds got it up to Danny Gaylor, and he was fouled. So that is now 3 team fouls against the Hawks, and that one goes against Jersey Brocker.
And that went our way because we got bailed on the foul from Shawano, but that was yet another near turnover.
So Gavin Reynolds checks out. Steph Wolf back in. T-Bird set up a little give and go to Danny Gaylor, who scores. That is just the 4th point of the second half for the T-Birds, who trail it by 13 with 12:57 to play. And the clock's not moving.
That's how you get yourself going, though. A nice high percentage shot.
The clock is still sitting at 12:57 right now, as the Hawks have missed 2 really point-blank shots, and now Shawano gets a foul called. Yeah, that clock is still sitting at 12:57, and I don't think anyone said anything just yet.
It's a timer's first game as well.
We played about 30 seconds, I'd say, but as of right now, let's see if they start the clock now. T-Birds will inbound there. The clock goes. They get it inbounded to Gaylor, who's double-teamed. Dribbles it up, breaks the press, and now the pass is stolen away by Brocker, who drives all the way down and scores. So they get it across, but the first pass is stolen away, and now they're trying to poke it away again. They do. Brocker's got it, and let's see, it's a travel call this time against Brocker. Boy, the Thunderbirds really having a lot of trouble getting it across the timeline and getting that first pass going.
We are struggling. We just got to slow down. Don't dribble through a press. That's just basketball 101. You got to pass and break the press that way. We're just too sped up on the offensive end here, and just giving Shawano easy turnovers to convert the other way.
Steph Wolf gets it down low to Ariola, who scores. Now that was a great job by Steph Wolf, who was dribbling one-on-one against Warner Byer, who was all over him, but found the open man.
Patient offense, and we were able to set up a nice play and nice easy basket. So I know we're down by 13. It's not insurmountable. We're not going to get it back in the next minute or so. So you just got to chip away, to use one of your euphemisms. But you just got to slow down a little bit. I think we're just sped up just a little too much.
And now David Ambrosius for Shawano calls a timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Lakeland trails by 13 with 12:12 to play. You're listening to T-Bird Basketball on 95.9 The Island.
We all know about paying more for groceries, but did you know the price comparison between organic and regular groceries is the same, or sometimes less? At Wildberry Market, eat healthier with organic, all-natural foods, where the staff at Wildberry Market understands when it comes to health, food does matter. Stop in today for healthier living. While you're there, grab a quick lunch from the deli. Wildberry Market on Highway 70 West in Minocqua is a proud sponsor of Lakeland T-Birds Athletics. Go T-Birds!
95.9 The Island.
We'd like to thank one of our sponsors, Leisure Cities, your backyard headquarters of the Northwoods and proud supporters of T-Bird Athletics. Leisure City.
Great sponsors all year long. Yes.
Good family there. Go see Chris. We'll get you all set up.
T-Birds trailing by 13 with 12:10 left. Shawano going right to left on your radio dial or video screen if you're watching the Lakeland Union High School media stream here tonight. Foul called against Steph Wolf, going one-on-one against Verkalen. That is the third on the junior Wolf. Fifth team foul, 4 team fouls against the Hawks. Verkalen will inbound, gets it into Sipple. Logan Sipple turns around, drives, scores. Been pretty quiet here in the second half. He had 24 in the first half, now has 4. Steph Wolf drives down the lane and gets it back out to Danny Gaylor. It's 51-36 Hawks. Ball goes off of Wolf's foot and still loose right now, getting it up ahead to Sipple, and a foul's going to be called. Wow, no, a travel's going to be called. So they're saying a travel against Sipple. Back the other way. Boy, the T-Birds really struggling just to get rid of the basketball with this intense Shawano pressure.
I had no idea how that was going to be called. It looked like there was a foul on Shawano. It looked like we maybe fouled on the other side for Lakeland, and then it was kind of a double turnover there.
And here comes the double team, getting it over to Bruckner. One-on-one against Verkalen, who pokes it away. Verkalen's going to be called for his third foul on the reach-in.
It's just very sloppy here in the second half. Very sloppy the last couple minutes. A lot of turnovers, a lot of missed dribbles, a lot of, I mean, we've had a couple calls on either side where we kind of borderline carries. Again, first game of the season. A lot of things to clean up for both teams.
5 team fouls each. We could be in the bonus with 10 minutes left the way things are going right now.
Well, we'll have some stories about your Thanksgiving.
That's right. And not a lot of good ones.
We may, if the game gets extended with fouls, we may actually get to the 9 o'clock
That's right.
station ID, and we won't get a fine. Now, who has to pay the fine for the FCC?
Oh, we won't say anything about that. Steph Wolf drives and scores. How about that?
He split the lane with about 3 guys. He just kind of threw the ball up and somehow found its way into the basket. Hey, it still counts 2 points.
That's right. First varsity points for Steph Wolf. And the T-Birds back to within 13. Verkalen off to the left. He finds Byer. Byer into the left corner for Byer. Another Byer. Parker Byer and Warner Byer. Off to the right. This is Parker Byer for 3. No good. Sipple with the rebound. So offensive board for the Hawks. He backs in against Bruckner and draws the foul. Basket is no good, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
A lot of sibling combinations here tonight.
Absolutely. So for Sipple, he is 2 of 3 from the charity stripe so far here tonight. And his first is good. He's 3 of 3 in the second half.
Nice looking free throw.
Zock into the game, replacing Bruckner, and Benny Gaylor in, replacing Steph Wolf.
All right, 10 minutes, 27 seconds, down by 14. We need to just play good defense here. Need to play good offense, be smart, slow down. We don't have to speed up too much. 15-point deficit. Just start chipping away at this lead. It's not insurmountable at this point in time.
Benny Gaylor into the front court. Gets it over to Areola, left corner. Back out, finds Zock. Zock one-on-one against Verkalen. Gets it out high to Benny Gaylor, off to the right, Hakan Berkland. He's got Weissnick on him, finds a cutting Danny Gaylor. Back over to Berkland, drive, scores. Nice passing by the T-Birds. Berkland has 12. T-Birds within 13.
Nice offense. High percentage shot. That's exactly what you want. Play good defense. Start chipping away, only down by 13.
Try to get it to single digits here. Long 3 is no good from Warner Byer. Rebounded by the Thunderbirds. Danny Gaylor into the front court, right by the T-Bird logo, gives it off to Zock. Bounce pass down to Areola. Turns around, has Weissnick in front of him, off the glass. Good. Nate Areola, 6'1" against Weissnick, 6'3", and he just shot it right over him.
Now, Shawano's missed a couple of shots here, which means they have not been able to set up the press. They don't set up the press. We get into an offensive set. We get some nice passes, easy shots in the paint. That's how you get back in these ball games.
Ryan Shanty with it, drives into the paint. Little flip shot is no good. Danny Gaylor with the rebound. T-Birds can cut it to single digits. Gaylor for 3, short, no good. He was going for that single-digit shot there, and the T-Birds back on defense, trailing by 11 with 9 minutes to play. Verkalen needs to get it across the timeline. He does, gets it into the right corner. Quick pass to Weissnick, just knocked out of bounds by Berkland. 8:52 to play. Lakeland trailing 53-42 to Shawano. On the girls' side, the girls won prior to this game. The final there was 56-48. The Lakeland girls improved to 2-1. Weissnick gets it out high to Warner Beyer. Back in the corner for Verkalen. Verkalen back out to Warner. This is Warner Beyer. Drives to the free throw line. Thought about the shot. Kicks it out to Verkalen. Has Benny Gaylor in front of him. 8:37 and counting. Spins, stops, pops. Too strong. Gaylor with the rebound. Gives it off to Benny Gaylor. Poked by Will Verkalen, but he's going to be called for his fourth. So Will Verkalen, a little too antsy going after that basketball, is going to be called for his fourth. He checks out. Anderson Schmidt into the game, the 5'9" sophomore.
All right, here's the other intangible that's going to play into this game is free throws, as both teams will be in the bonus. 8:30 left in the ball game. So free throws are a good way to get yourself back in the ball game. The clock is stopped. You got to hit your free throws, though, to get back, and we'll see what happens in the next 8 minutes or so.
Shawano's turned up that defensive intensity, but they've also gotten themselves some quick fouls here now. As you mentioned, 16 fouls. Lakeland with a chance to cut it to single digits on this possession. Areola gets it out to Zock. Zock dribbles, has it poked away. A couple of people go after it. Now it's stolen away by Sipple. Here he comes. Sipple has a couple of dunks, puts the shot up. No good. Zock going to be called for the foul.
I was going to say right before that turnover, the difference of the last couple possessions is that we've actually had the ball in the half court and they've actually worked for a good shot, and it's completely different than when we have to play from behind a press, which we've had trouble with tonight. Now, if they make the free throws, we'll see if they put on their press again, which, again, the T-Birds have had trouble with tonight.
Sipple is 5 of 5 in the second half after he makes the first. 5 of 6 overall, pending this free throw. Make it 5 of 7 as he misses. So the T-Birds deficit is 12, 54-42 with 7:57 left. And now the ball's poked away and stolen away once again. Getting it up to Anderson Schmidt, and he's fouled from behind by Benny Gaylor. And the official is walking over to Benny Gaylor to say a few words to him.
I don't think he's asking where he's going to eat for Thanksgiving dinner.
Block against Benny Gaylor. That's his first. And Schmidt goes to the line.
That's good. Just trying to settle things down. He's going to explain it now to Coach Jervencevu.
So Anderson Schmidt, the 5'9" sophomore, at the line. And his free throw is short. No good. The lead stays at 12.
Both teams will be in the bonus now for the rest of the 7:51.
Second free throw is good from Anderson Schmidt. Logan Sipple is the leading scorer on the court period tonight. He's got 31 points.
So we've been stuck on that 12, 13-point deficit for the last 3-4 minutes. If we're going to do something in this game, we got to start making a run here.
They got it down to 11. And now Benny Gaylor over to Danny, finding Areola. It's poked away. Areola was trying to hit Benny Gaylor, poked away and stolen away by the Hawks. They can extend this one now to 15 or 16. With it is Sipple. Sipple guarded by Bruckner and Areola. Kicks it back out high for Beyer for three. It is in and out. No good, but rebounded and blocked. Wow. So Gaylor comes in with the block from behind. It was rebounded by Ryan Shanty on that second miss. And the Hawks maintain possession. Steph Wolf checks in, replacing Benny Gaylor. On the other side, Jersey Brocker checks in, replacing Ryan Shanty. 55-42, Shawano leads with 7:18 left. Looking for someone to get it into, and Bruckner comes away with the steal, but he just had to throw it back, and it's stolen away by Schmidt. So Schmidt gives it off to Byer. This is, and I should say Warner Byer into the left corner for Weissnick. 3, no good. Steph Wolf comes down with the rebound. He's got 3 people on him. So there's a lot of T-Birds open. They get it all the way down to Areola, and he instead kicks it back out high to Bruckner. Fires a 3, in and out, no good. So the T-Birds had an opportunity with 3 guys back in the other end, but could not come down with the points. And the Hawks have it with a 13-point lead and 6:43 to play. Warner Byer dribbling off to his left for Schmidt. Schmidt's got Steph Wolf all over him. Gets a screen from Weissnick. Now he goes off to Sipple on the right-hand side. Splits the defense, drives, and scores. Logan Sipple with 33. Nice-looking offensive player, Logan Sipple.
Yeah, it's a career night for him. Last year, Shawano Grassman, their leading scorer, who's now playing for UW Oshkosh, went off for 31 against Lakeland.
Steal by Warner Byer, and it goes over to Schmidt, who is fouled as he was driving. 2 shots coming for Anderson Schmidt, who just went 1 of 2 from the line a short time ago. And the lead's at 15, looking to extend it again. Basket here, and I believe we'd have the largest lead of the game. That's 16. And it is good. 2 of 3 now for the sophomore from the charity stripe, 58-42. Shawano will lead 6:08 to play. Last year they beat Lakeland by 19. Two different teams. Players off last year's spots. This is the second as well. He's for 4 for the charity stripe. The lead is 17. Third in the front court. Got it. 1-20. Up to Steph Wolf. In the lane finds Bruckner, but no good. He's fouled. So T-Bird in the bonus. Or 2, should say. Throws up season first.
Free throw time here in the second half, so it tells you we're not getting to the basket, we're not scoring in the paint.
Second free throw coming up for Bruckner. In and out, no good. Berkland fighting for the rebound. It gets knocked out of bounds. Last touched by number 4 in white, Berkland. So the Hawks will inbound with a 59-42 lead, 5:49 to play.
17-point deficit. Lakeland has only taken 11 shots here in the second half. We have 14 turnovers. So again, that's a ratio that's not going to bode well for victory.
Shawano with the basketball. Weissnick has it at the top against Berkland. Goes off to his right for Brocker. To the top for Byer. This is Warner Byer, and he finds Weissnick. Back to Byer. Off to his left for Sipple. Logan Sipple, ball over his head, 1-on-1 against Bruckner. Gets a screen from Weissnick. T-Birds try and switch. They get it back. At the top for Brocker. Finding Sipple. Sipple's going to stop and pop from the left baseline. Good. 35 for the junior. It's 61-42, 19-point lead, matching their win last year.
He's got a nice mid-range. You don't see guys with the mid-range as much anymore. Everyone's either scoring inside or they're taking the three-point shot.
Actually, I beg your pardon, it was a 21-point win last year, and now the T-Birds throw it away once again as Bruckner was trying to hit Steph Wolf.
15th turnover in the second half, 30th turnover for the game.
Wow. That is a large number,
yeah,
folks.
That's a big number.
Cut those in half, and the T-Birds are obviously right there leading.
Well, that's a lot of possessions.
It sure is.
I mean, most basketball games are going to get about 60, 70 possessions.
So the Hawks with the basketball. Left corner three from Byer is no good. Bruckner with the rebound. He's going to push it into the front court. Gets it into the left corner for Steph Wolf. Drives down the lane. Too strong off the glass. Berkland with the rebound. Back up. No good, but he's fouled. Berkland will go to the line. Let's see who this is going to be on. This one's going to be on Weissnick, his fourth.
Shawano struggling from the three-point line, just 2 for 15 for the game here tonight, 1 for 8 here in the second half.
And Berkland's free throw is no good after hitting 2 of 3 in the first half. He's 0 of 2 here in the second half.
And 0 for 4 for the T-Birds here in the second half. So you got to hit your free throws.
Verkalen checks back in with his 4 personal fouls for the Hawks with 4:30 left. Second free throw is short as well. He got his own rebound, though. Drives, puts it up too strong, and it's loose. Brought down by Warner Byer. Yeah, everyone in the lane just backed off, and Hakan Berkland was able to get the long rebound, but couldn't get the second shot to go.
And nobody from Shawano on the box out there. They were all standing looking at the basketball.
Oh, Steph Wolf just came up with a nice block against Brocker. T-Birds coming the other way. Bruckner, right corner, fakes a 3, and he's going to be called for a travel. Saw a wide open opportunity to take the 3, and then he drove, and had already moved the feet for the travel, and now we get a timeout called on the floor with 4:05 left to play. T-Birds trailing 61-42. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to Lakeland Boys Basketball on 95.9 The Island.
Wonder if your vehicle will make it through another Northwoods winter? At Marthaler Chevrolet Buick, their factory-trained technicians handle routine maintenance and will get your vehicle ready for winter. Call Marthaler Service Department at 715-356-3262 to schedule a routine checkup and oil maintenance on your vehicle. Marthaler Chevrolet Buick is a proud sponsor of the Lakeland T-Bird Athletic Department. Go T-Birds! Located just south of the Minocqua Bridge.
95.9 The Island.
Lakeland trailing 61-42 with 4:05 left, and they just can't get that offense going with those turnovers tonight, Doc.
Once we get the offense initiated, we are actually 6 for 13, which is not a bad percentage, but that's the problem. We've only taken 13 shots. The reason we only have 13 shots in the second half is we have 16 turnovers. So when we do get the offense going, good things are happening. Problem is, turn the ball over. We're not getting opportunities to score, and this lead has now ballooned from 3 points at the half now to 19, and we're kind of at the point where it's going to be hard to overcome this the way we're playing here tonight.
31 turnovers for the Thunderbirds here tonight in the season opener. Lakeland on defense, trailing by 19. Trying to come up with the basketball here. Verkalen goes off to the left for Warner Byer. Back to Verkalen. He's guarded by Steph Wolf. Back to Byer. Byer and Verkalen playing a little two-man game. Now Parker Byer gets involved. He's dribbling with the left hand, hands it off to Warner. Warner Byer back to the basket. Now he dribbles it to the front. Stolen away. This one's stolen away by Areola. He just throws it down. Too far, though, for Danny Gaylor. And the T-Birds turn it over after getting the possession quickly.
Shawano a little sloppy with the basketball, trying to burn some time there, turn the ball over, but T-Birds give it right back.
3:26 to play. Shawano with the basketball leading by 19.
I'm surprised you haven't picked up on the theme night of the students.
It does look like Jersey nights. The question is, how many different jerseys do we see? I see Michigan, I see Green Bay, I see Lakeland, I see the Bucks, a Giannis jersey over there. As for Kalen, bounces it over to Sipple, and he misses the shot. Thought he was going to go off the glass. Instead, he tried to get one in the rim, couldn't get it done. T-Birds get it up ahead to Berkland.
Oh, we missed them.
Yeah, I thought Berkland was going to try to hit Areola. Bruckner for 3, short, off to the right, and rebounded by Sipple.
Now, do you remember Romper Room? Are you?
Oh, yeah.
Remember, I see Matt. I see Amy. I see Coach Fortier.
Coach Fortier, we thought he was going to be doing some PA work here tonight. It is Pete Rortfett down there on the mic. Looking forward to seeing Rich. I hope he's enjoying his well-deserved retirement away from basketball for the first time in gosh knows how many years, 30?
Yeah, he doesn't get too many, Tuesday night and Friday nights off, so he's probably in a whole different stratosphere right now. I haven't seen him here. I wonder if he's listening at home. He probably is.
Well, have to text us if you are, Rich.
Shout out.
Shout out to Fortier. We get a hold called. And the T-Birds have cleared out their bench with 2:09 to play, trailing by 19. So They've already got a pretty young team to begin with, but they've let all of their starters now take a seat on the bench. Foul called, by the way, against Danny Gaylor. That was his second before he exited.
That's good. We go get the younger guys in there so they get some experience. Now, so dinner is after the Packer game. We got
After
smoked
the Packer
turkey.
game, yep, some smoked turkey.
Any other accoutrements, son?
Oh, gosh. Pretty much all the same stuff, I would think. On most Thanksgiving tables, as buyer misses the first.
So no crazy dishes?
No green bean casserole or anything like that. Staple in my mother and my grandmother's forte.
Pumpkin pie, I imagine?
Yeah, at our house,
Yours
it's going to be
traditional?
smoked turkey, mac and cheese, and cereal.
Well, cereal.
Just kidding, of course.
All right. Well,
Gotta
even
have
mac
some
and
pumpkin
cheese.
pie.
You don't see mac and cheese too much on the table.
No, but it's a
Thanksgiving.
big hit for the kids.
All right, well,
Big
yeah,
hit for
that's
the
true.
kids.
That's true.
It's a 20-point Shawano lead with 1:50 to play. By the way, on the court for the Thunderbirds right now.
I hope we have those like whipped. I want those. I love that like whipped potatoes where there's like super creamy.
Oh,
It's about,
yeah.
like 7,000 calories for about a teaspoon.
Those are
there.
always good.
A little garlic butter in there.
Yes. Tayden Hernandez in the game, by the way, the 6'1" senior for the Thunderbirds. He's the only one out there right now that hasn't gotten in as of tonight. As the T-Birds turn it over with 1:33 to play, and now Shawano clears their
They're gonna
bench
clear
as
the bench.
well.
We got some big boys coming on the court. Now, does Amy kick you out of the kitchen? Are you in there like getting in snacks? And
I am
eating
pretty much on my butt watching
Are you watching
football.
the game?
I
All
really am. And whether the Packers are playing or not, I just love watching all the games.
Well,
and
Detroit.
I love the fact that they've added a night game now as well.
Well, they have all these streaming platforms that they have
Yes.
to fulfill contracts with. I mean, they got a game on Prime, I think, on Friday, right? That's the first time the NFL's having a
Miami and New York. I think the New York Jets, who have really
Black
started
Friday
to struggle, by
game.
the way. Yeah, Black Friday game now.
I mean, but it's
I'm
crazy, though.
loving that.
You try to watch these games, and you got them on Amazon and Peacock.
Yes. Absolutely.
And you got to have 9 streaming services to watch your teams.
Got the London and the Germany games on at 8:30 a.m. Of course, I went to the London game last year with the Packers and the Giants. 1 minute left. T-Birds trail by 20. A charge is going to be called against the Shawano Hawks. That one's going to go against Jacob Rogers, who checked in. He's a 6'8" senior. That's going to be his first.
So do you recommend doing the overseas game? The Badgers just announced that in 2027 they're going to play Pittsburgh in Ireland.
Ireland, absolutely. If you can get to that one, that is so much fun. I mean, I don't know how worldwide college football is, but the NFL is worldwide. I'm going to be completely honest. People in London could have cared less about the Packers and the Giants. They just could have cared less. But, boy, there were a ton of people from Germany and Ireland and Denmark. And, I mean, they came from all over. And they're wearing different jerseys as Owen Clark goes to the line and misses his first.
Need to hit a free throw here. We're 0 for 6 in the second half.
And especially Clark. Want to see him get some varsity points here.
There you go.
In and out
Yes.
and in. How about Owen Clark getting in the scorebook with 43 seconds left? 62-43. But from an international perspective, it's more for us, these fans, than it is, I think, for those foreign fans all over the place. Block. Great job on the block by Evan Zock. But yeah, we were on the Tube in the subway system in London, the Tube, and my son, who speaks pretty fluent German, thanks to Miss Kathy Peterson here at Lakeland Union High School. He was having great conversations with people as driving and scoring is Benny Gaylor. He would hear people speak German and just start talking to him, and I just felt left out because the only thing I know is I know a little German, and he's sitting over there. I took 1 year of German. One semester, one semester of French.
Well, that's because you were taking all that math.
Oh, of course. Absolutely. Yeah, it was a lot
So
of
you
gym.
took German and French?
Took German and French, yes.
So you didn't want to commit?
No, neither. Neither.
And can you speak it now?
Not at all.
No. Yeah.
Not at
so
all.
So we're not going to hear a game in German?
Absolutely. Maybe I'll come up with something sometime this year. Free throw is good.
What? Yeah.
From Gavin Reynolds.
So maybe we can do a station ID
in German. Ooh, how about that?
And we can save the clock tower.
Swish for Gavin Reynolds, who goes 2 of 2 from the line. How about a positive there?
If we're here, I mean, we may get shut down by the FCC, right?
25 seconds left, 62-47. Shawano with the lead with the basketball is Isaac Lalander. Gets it off to the right-hand side and finds his teammate Alex Zierden, 5'11" junior, who got into this basketball game. So head coach David Ambrosius did a nice job cleaning out his bench here. Also in the game is Robert Brewer, 6'1" senior for the Hawks. He's standing on the line as a foul was called against Benny Gaylor, his third.
Now, where are we next week?
So next week we've got girls in Mosinee, as the free throw is no good from Zierden. So we've got the boys on Friday in Medford.
So we're traveling a little bit.
So in Mosinee and Medford. Mosinee on Tuesday for the girls, as the second shot is good from Alex Zierden. And the boys will be following them to Medford next week. Always fun watching Ryan Brown coach Medford teams, as a foul is called on the other end. It looks like this one's going to go against Jacob Rogers.
Now, that's a team that's going to press. So you better clean up some of the issues you had tonight, because Medford is going to press from the get-go.
Oh, yeah. They are, as their shirts say, relentless. And they're just a team that reloads. And luckily for us, we don't have to see Logan Baumgartner anymore.
Yeah, he's actually he's playing for Stevens Point.
Stevens Point, yeah.
Yeah, he got an opportunity to play at the Cole Center against the Badgers.
Absolutely. And Owen Clark hits them both. He's 3 of 4 from the line. Well, the score is 63-49, and let's see if that's the way this one ends with 6 seconds left. Up ahead to Jacob Rogers, and he holds on to the ball as time expires. And that is your final tonight. Shawano comes in and knocks off Lakeland in the season opener for both teams. The final, 63-49. The Hawks jump out to a 1-0 record, and the Lakeland Union High School boys start with an 0-1 mark. For those of you watching on the Lakeland Union High School media stream, we thank you so much for joining us. And for those of you on the radio and on the online stream at WMQA.com, we'll be back with scores and stats, and hopefully an interview with head coach Jacob Jarvincevu after this. You are listening to Lakeland Boys Basketball on 95.9 The Island.
Attention Thunderbird fans, at Bad Bones Barbecue, we aren't just about